So I spoke with Tammy Wong. She's the founder of Hair Loss Pride and host of the Shed the Shame podcast, and Syd Bosel, a stand-up comedian who tours with Hot Flash Comedy and has also appeared on CBC's The Debaters. So here's just a part of our conversation about their journeys. Tammy, I think inconvenient is putting it mildly, but how is it, how has this change with perimenopause sort of impacted, I guess, how you think about yourself, but how maybe people in your life are viewing you now?
I would agree with Syd on the turning 40 and caring less about what people think and really like coming into your own and having more confidence. I've definitely noticed that. But I also did a career shift where I went from, working in corporate pharma to then owning my own business and being on Instagram and social media a lot. And that having to adjust to that and seeing yourself online every day and opening yourself up to things that can be kind of scary, but I've actually found it really empowering. And I've gotten good response from people for just being myself and being open about my struggles.
Mm-hmm. And Tammy, through your business with Hair Loss Pride, I know you've experienced hair loss since your teen years, but for a lot of women going through perimenopause, hair loss, but also just broader appearance changes can be a real struggle. How do you sort of help your clients overcome this difficulty?
Yeah, so 40% of women will have noticeable hair loss by the time they reach 50. And that goes up, I think, to over 50% at 65 and up. So it's something that's a really common sign of perimenopause and menopause that people don't talk about as much as the night sweats and the hot flashes. And so people, when it happens, they think that something's wrong with them. So they're the only people it's happening to. And so the first thing I do is I just talk about how common it is. I share the stats. I talk about my own hair loss. And I just want to first start off with there's nothing wrong with you. And this is actually really common and something that many women your age go through. And we just really talk about how you're talking to yourself in the mirror. How would you talk to your friend who was going through the same thing? Giving yourself compassion, because it can be really hard when the identity you see in the mirror is changing. And I think especially with culture now and celebrities and everybody doing facelifts and Botox and fillers and all the things, we as women compare ourselves to these women who have all these resources and money at their disposal that we don't have and maybe shouldn't be doing all of that anyway, and think that's how we should look, when in fact, we look normal, we look fine. It's just we're comparing ourselves to a unsustainable standard.
Well, and to a younger standard as well sometimes.
Yes, exactly.